Genshin Impact just had its 5.5 update livestream a few days ago, and it's another phenomenal update from our beloved overlords at Hoyoverse. Another patch, another round of deja vu, where we pretend to be excited for the events we've literally played before, but this time with a slightly different coat of paint. Truly, the creativity here is staggering, and you just know that it's quality content when even the most dedicated Hoyoshills are just sitting there struggling to find a way to spin this in a positive light. That is when you realize this might actually be bad, like literally really bad. Even they can't gaslight themselves into thinking that this patch is good. But hey, at least this time, they actually hired real voice actors to promote the update instead of throwing random NPCs on a Zoom call and call it a day. Hey, it's progress. Maybe next time they'll actually innovate. No, they won't.
Phew! I made it. I'm not late, am I?
Now let's talk about Natlan, the long-awaited, highly anticipated region of war, where epic battles and deep cultural conflicts will shake Teyvat to its core. Or at least that's what we thought we were getting. Instead, we got something much more intense. The high-stakes battlefield of food discourse. Food discourse? Wait, is this what they're actually adding in? Quest about food? Yes, because nothing screams Nation of War like a subplot about how much people love to eat. And leading the charge, none other than our latest 5-star character, Varesa. Get ready, because she's about to serve up something extra special. And by that, I mean the exact same character archetype we've seen 100 times before, just with more calories. For those of you who have been yearning for an anime waifu to literally sit on you, congratulations. Your prayers have been answered. Varesa's combat style is essentially body slamming her enemies into submission.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
Which is admittedly one of the funnier things that came out of Genshin in a while. Funnier than the entire fake survey they put out a few weeks ago. Well, at least we can say that they're getting creative with how they recycle their jokes. Hoyoverse really thought they had something with this one until they dropped the official drip marketing post, and it probably became one of the worst performing reveals in recent history. And nobody was even remotely surprised. Why? Because Leaks has already spoiled the character weeks ago. And by the time Hoyoverse got around to actually announcing her, the hype train had already derailed, and they all went to the drip marketing of Wuthering Waves Cantarella. But hey, some fans did like her. Mostly the ones who appreciated the cultural references or just thought she was cute. But then you had the other side of the fandom who took one look at her design and went, so you're not even trying to hide the fetishes anymore. And let's not even get started on the debates about her element, because apparently she is the worst looking out of the entire Electro roster. I mean, can you blame them? They're literally competing with Raiden, Shogun, Miko. I mean, what can I say? And honestly, maybe, just maybe, this entire mess could be avoided if Hoyoverse just fixed their drip marketing schedule, but that would require them to acknowledge that they have a problem, and we know that's never going to happen. If you thought we're getting a deep complex character with rich motivations, well, we do got rich. I mean rich in calories, because what we got instead was I love food. I really love food. Oh, and by the way, did I mention I love food? It's like someone over at Hoyoverse went, what if we just scrape all creativity? Hey, look at that guy, that one Genshin fan. Replicate that entire personality and just like, oh, I love eating, I love eating. And look, I'm all for having quirky, lighthearted characters, but if her entire personality just boils down to, haha, I'm a little chubby and I love to eat, then I'm checking out, gang. If I wanted to watch an anime protagonist scream about food, then I would just rewatch the entire Shokugeki no Soma series. At least that one had actual stakes. Get it? Stakes? Food? Like, no? You don't get it? So Varesa is the shiny new 5-star, but Yansan, or Yansan, or whatever you call it, the one who was literally the face of Natlan in the original story trailer, got demoted to a 4-star. Make it make sense. She went from being this badass pyro warrior, stomping and breaking the floor she's standing on, into a gym instructor? Like, what happened behind the scenes, gang? And let's be real, who is this character even for? Genshin players don't even work out. Most of them see sunlight less frequently than the underground mole people. Like, great, she's a fitness queen, but I can guarantee the average player's idea of exercise is speed running into the fridge between the Spiral Abyss resets. And then we have the absolute disaster of the redeem code, because of course they have to make it visually confusing as possible. I mean, look at this. Coach Yansan 0326, right? I know, I get it. But here, is that an I or an L? Who knows? Someone out there definitely had a meltdown trying to type it in, only to get an error message and start questioning their entire existence. You know they're big in Asia, right? Genshin is big in Asia, right? What if they don't know how Yansan is written? Amazing marketing strategy, Hoyoverse. I really nailed it. Really good one. The funniest part of this entire patch, though, the devs didn't even care about Varesa or Yansan. Wait, hold on. They had 2 brand new Natlan characters debuting, and yet all the hype went to 𝗖cie 𝗖cie, a completely separate character from a future patch. This dude waltzed in, casually introduced himself, and immediately became the main event. And let's not pretend we don't know why. He's an anime male character in a room full of women. Of course, the fandom lost their minds. The minute he showed up, it was like Varesa and Yansan got into an NPC. Even the official artwork for the whole update basically shoved them into the side, while 𝗖cie got the prime real estate front and center. And if you need more proof that Hoyoverse doesn't care about their own characters, just look at 𝗖cie. Dude made a whole reaction on his Twitter and barely even mentioning Varesa or Yansan. He was like just sitting there like, anyways, let's talk about the male character. Oh my god, I'm gay. That says everything. Oh, and don't worry, Hoyoverse does listen, just not to their own players. No, they're too busy tuning in to whatever Kuro Games is doing. Speaking of Hoyoverse playing copycat, Varesa's domain quest? Yeah, that's literally just Ling Yan's story quest. Hey, yeah, what's up? They didn't even try to be subtle about copying Wuthering Waves. They straight up yoinked it, full on sploinked it. Classic copy my homework but don't make it obvious energy. At this point, Hoyoverse is treating Kuro Games like a personal idea bank. And honestly, they're not even good at plagiarizing. If you're gonna steal, at least do it well. Oh, and also, when you copy things, don't pay gate it, dude. They also introduced a brand new area. Too bad you'll need 𝗖cie𝗽𝗆𝗵𝗁 just to function in it. Or not, you know. But why make traversal fun when you can make it pay gated, right? You get a lot of money from that gacha banner, eh? At this point, the real region of war is me fighting the terrain. Because dear lord, it's miserable. You thought Fontaine has too much water? You thought Sumeru's desert biomes was annoying? Well, congratulations. Welcome to Natlan, where it's the land of trauma and suffering. And sure, they finally added a volcano, which is, you know, actually intimidating. But then you look at the rest of the region, and what is this? Did someone hand Disney Channel the map editor? Because this is less land of warriors and more Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And can someone explain why Natlan suddenly has a floating island? I mean, it looks cool. I'll give it that, sure. But this should have been a Mondstadt expansion or something. Not some random addition to the Fire Nation. You know, floating islands like the wind, like Animo. Come on, dude. You know, we could have fixed the actual unfinished lore like Eula Part 2. Or what about talk about Vanessa that went up to the Celestia or something? Or the original Mondstadt ruler like Boreas. We could have gone so much more. Hey, but listen, I'll be fair. If the exploration is actually fun, I will take it back. Hand on the Bible, point your finger to God, but we all know that it's not happening, gang. And I'll give credit where it's due, okay? Some of this quality of life updates are long overdue, but let's not pretend they're actually anything groundbreaking. We got artifact upgrading. You can now guarantee 2 out of 5 rolls on your chosen stat. The ones that are made with the sanctifying elixir or something. Except you still can't pick between crit rate or crit damage, if those are the 2 stats that you're selecting, right? It's a small nitpick, but it's still good. And then we got the buff for the treasure compass. I can't wait to get 5 whole primo gems after hiking a mountain. Life-changing money. And then we got the cross-scene quest tracking. You know, nice. It only took them 5 years, which is that's fine. And then we got the boss entrance icons, which is like, come on, gang. Like, finally, I needed a whole YouTube tutorial to find the hydro hypostasis. But now that I think about it, does this mean they're about to add even worse boss entrances? Like a portal or whatever that's not even in the map? I mean, oh no, right? You can never feel too safe in these games, gang. And then we got the controller support for androids. Mobile players can finally use a controller. I thought they forgot about them mobile players. Took them only half a decade. At this rate, maybe in another 5 years, they will add in a customizable UI. Wow! And then we got the mail system search function, the ultimate who asked moment. Out of all of these changes, my favorite has to be the mail search function, because who on earth was keeping so many red messages that they needed a search bar? Who are these people? I don't go in and log in random day and I'd be like, that one day, I'll hate them sent me a message. I want to read it again. What? Genshin hoarders out here treating their inbox like a personal archive of history. These people are not real people. And there it is, 5.5, the ultimate filler patch. Nothing meaningful, nothing exciting, just just another recycled mess while Hoyoverse starts marketing the next update with 𝗖cie, right? Because even they know this one is trash. And if somehow you're actually hyped for this patch, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just call yourself brand online.